And to build off your point earlier, right, where we should, the educational component, say the AIA, the ASID, it always fascinates me that there's such a blind spot there, because if you look at, let's say you look at a car is engineered first and foremost to be able to function, right? To function reliably within those parameters, or to meet some kind of performance spec within that basic, function first, right? Form follows function.
Right. Yeah.
Look at how many amazingly good looking, beautiful cars there are in the world, but we don't look at home design in the same way. It's aesthetics first, which makes no sense to me. Like, it's just, where did this blind spot come from when we don't do that with so many of the other products and things that we use on a day-to-day basis?
Well, I think what happened, a lot of universal design, I think we can trace back to the start of modernism. There was the idea of form follows function. And I talked a little bit about how, a lot of design schools would focus on aesthetics, but also on like these performance metrics. So we sort of do that with homes a little bit, right? We talk about the insulation value and R values to save on the heating costs, and that's we're talking about the performance of the home and high efficiency, furnaces, good performance and good energy performance windows. So we do talk about performance in a similar way to cars. We talk about, well, how 0 to 60 or whatever miles per gallon, whatever performance metric you want to do. But then I could also argue that cars, how designed are they to be comfortable for the user? How many women can't put their purse anywhere in the car, right? Because nobody thought about that. And so every time I drive my car, if my wife is in the passenger seat, she's got the purse like under her feet, right? So like, there are things that aren't considered, but the automotive industry, the reason why adjustable seats came about was because of the automotive industry, when it was basically truck drivers. A lot of them went off to war, and women would start taking jobs as truck drivers, and they couldn't reach the pedals or whatever it was, steering wheel. And so they said, well, we need to have adjustable seats. And then they started putting them in all the cars. Adjustable seats were a great idea. And so, you can learn, when you have different people, when you have diversity, you can learn from that diversity. And now you wouldn't think of making a car without adjustable seats, right? So you can do the same thing in housing, but it takes a while too. Like I said, people don't like change, and especially in construction. Unlike the automotive industry, where they're, well, first of all, everybody, all the engineers designed the car, went to school for that, right? And then there's always some new technology, right? So you have to really stay up on it. But in construction, a lot of those trade skills are passed down generation to generation. But the thing is, architects go to school, right? So if that education works its way into architecture schools, just like new vehicle technology makes its way into automotive engineer schools, then that can help get it out there more.
Yep. No, those are good points.